Hi everyone, today we're in conversation with an LGBTQ activist, the voice of trans community, Damini Sinha. A software engineer and data analyst by profession, she has been working relentlessly for the benefit of the trans community. Today we're going to be talking to her about her life as a trans woman in Indian society. Damini, we're very grateful to have you here.
Thank you
Why
so
don't you
much.
start by telling us something about yourself?
First of all, thank you so much for inviting me. I always look for this kind of platform where I can speak up about not only my life, but my life is just a showcase of the people who have struggled whole life and living their life. Original means real life as trans women and trans men. So I am from Ranchi. I'm born and brought up in Ranchi, and I studied there. And all this time I was living like a boy. And after that, I completed my BSc, then MCA, and after that I moved to Bangalore, and there I got job as a software engineer in so many companies. After 6 months of searching jobs, I got so many companies. That time I didn't transition. I was living like a boy, and after that, by that time I understood all school and college everywhere. It was so much uncomfortable for me. It was tough for me, bullying in school because I was feminine, and so many things. You won't believe that from seventh standard till sixth standard I was in school, and we were not means adult. We didn't hit anyone, hit the puberty time.
Correct.
So that time it was comfortable, and seventh standard I moved to all boys school. So you won't believe lots of bullying and everything. I was so scared that I have not yet seen the washroom of that school. From 7 to 12th, I was there. I have never seen, and I was not going even in the fields or anywhere to pee or anything. So that was the thing. So anyhow, it helped me. We should think everything. We should take everything positively. So anyhow, it helped me to concentrate on my studies, because most of the time I felt like I'm very lonely. Nobody is like me. Everyone likes girls, and I like boys. Something is wrong with me. So at least study and get a good job. Yeah. So financially, at least nobody can say anything, and this life is very big. Sometimes it is like being alone is tough, but at least it is good to be alone than having a bad or negative company around. So that's how I was thinking. So that helped me to get a job, and after that start my transitioning. Still, it took very long time after getting my job, because I have three sisters, and I belong to a very patriarchal and orthodox mentality everyone is having. So their in-laws, they were there. My sisters were there. My father, mother, everyone was there, and after that, their in-laws came in. So they were having, at least my family was having some kind of sympathy with me, but with them it was like I was a thing to taunt or more, do a little more kind of, yes, to my sisters. So it was very bad. So I was not connected much with them. I was trying not to be in any function or anything if it is not required. So that's how I was spending my life. But one fine day I thought, like, what is the I myself didn't know that what is transgender.
Exactly.
I was thinking that I'm gay and feminine gay, and I like wearing and doing all the stuffs girls like, means most of the girls, girlish things like cooking and drawing and stitching, knitting, and all the things, dance, makeup, and everything I was liking. So
Those
I
are like
didn't
just
know.
preconditioned things. We're made to believe that those are feminine, but not necessarily
Actually,
feminine.
yeah, but
Yeah.
the society says us like
Exactly.
since childhood, and that time I was like I born in 1981, so I'm 41 years old. So you can understand that time it was
Definitely.
not the internet was not there, social media was
That
not
kind of
there.
awareness was not there.
Yes, and all these things like slut shaming or nothing is like feminism. These things were not much
Nobody talked
spread.
about it.
Yes, so it was always like boys should do these things
Yeah.
and girls should do
Definitive
this thing,
work.
and there was no one to speak up. Now everyone speaks and gives their view, and we receive it through internet and social media.
Yeah.
But that time it was not there, so it was very tough to argue for a small kid with big people and means elder people
Elders.
and elder people, whole society. Everyone is supporting them that yes, you are a boy, so you have to do this. Whatever your father is telling, your mother is telling, or your family members are telling, that is correct. You have to follow that. You should not do anything against that. Otherwise, our society will be spoiled.
Yeah.
They don't care about my life.
Exactly, nobody.
Yes,
What
my
you're actually going
happiness.
through.
Yes, my happiness, what kind of sadness I'm feeling. These things were not there. So
You know, like you
fine,
mentioned,
yeah.
like you mentioned about your being in a boys' school. You know, usually people say like childhood is one of the happiest days of our life. We're always having
It was
good,
not.
fun memories, and we talk about it like, oh, we had such good old days. But how was it for you? You know, how was your childhood? Do you feel like it was like an ideal childhood? Or if you had to go back in time and change something, what would you do?
Definitely. Yeah, I would love to go back in time with the same mindset, and even there won't be anything, any social media or anything, but I need to remember that I have been here and I'm going back there with the same stuff, same mentality, same knowledge, and then I can change a lot of things. But it's not possible. But I'm doing all the stuffs, all the awareness. I'm inclusion of transgender people, LGBT people, but mostly transgender people. They are, because they are minor in LGBTQAI and very much ignored by the society
Definitely.
and everyone. Even finding even renting a home is very difficult for transgender woman or man. So that is very difficult. So if I'll go back to time, then definitely I'll make sure that as much possible I'll make people aware about it, that transgender women and men are not from another planet or anywhere.
They're just like
All the
us.
trans women are not following hijra culture. All trans women are not hijra.
Exactly.
And there are trans men also, which is they
Another
are,
category.
yes, LGBT is minority, transgender is minority of minority,
Right.
and trans men are minority
Even-
of minority of minority
Oh.
kind of stuff. So nobody knew that trans men are also there. So if people will know that okay, trans men are also there, so they are not hijras. They cannot be hijra. So definitely trans women, also all trans women are not hijra.
The different
Yes,
categories.
hijra is a Indian cultural thing, and transgender is a global term. So hijra is a culture where you have to join the culture and make guru, and then guru is having nayak, guru, so like that.
Yeah,
So,
whole hierarchy of
yes, whole hierarchy. So I don't follow that because I don't need it. My family didn't throw me out because they didn't know, and by the time I came out, I started my transitioning. I was well established, independent woman. So that's why I didn't face. But most of the time, some kids are not so strong, and they in the age of 10, 12, 13, when they hit the puberty,
Puberty.
14, 15, like that. So that time they become very rebellion and they say like, I want to stay like that. So family doesn't support them, they beat them, they do so many stuff with them, like keeping them starving for days, and other stuff like sending them to this pandit and all, tantric and all,
Tantrics and all, yes.
and then doctors, they give you different kind of medicines.
Psychological therapies.
Yes, so these things affect a lot to a kid, and they try to suicide or run away from the home and go to hijras and join that culture. The culture, the hijra culture was very good earlier, like it was for good. For homeless kids, they were giving the shelter and everything. And but by time, money is big thing. So
Yeah,
as they
things
see the
change.
money, so things changed. So trans women face discrimination from hijra community also. But slowly it is changing, and they also want a dignified life. And now earlier gurus were not allowing any their chelas ki go and do whatever you want to do, if you want to study or job or anything, but it was not there. But slowly it is changing, and they're allowing them whatever they want to
They
do.
have their individualism, have the
Yes.
freedom.
But easy money is the big thing that most of them don't want to study, they don't want to do hard work if they are getting money only by dancing or begging or sex work especially. So it's easy for them. So, but some people are born with some intelligence and some mindfulness of that I have to do something, I don't want to beg.
That dedication and
Yes.
right.
So people are coming out, even they have done this begging for years. Now they want to do something, but they don't have enough education. So they are doing like a small training programs, and so many NGOs like Hamsafar Trust and not Laksh Trust, Saksham Trust. So many trusts are there, NGOs are there. They are giving like 10,000. They are getting money 10,000 per person to give some small trainings and stuff. So these things are happening, and slowly it is changing. Yeah.
You know, when you talked about hitting puberty and being that alone and not able to recognize your feelings,
Yes.
did that also happen to you? Were you in
Yeah.
denial, or did you feel like this was your awakening? You felt something was, wrong about you. How did you come to that conclusion?
Yeah, so that was the thing I missed in my this thing while talking. That when I hit my puberty, then I saw around, and that time it was not SMS or anything. That time it was not Facebook or anything like that.
No
Time it
social
was
media.
a love letter, and if it is the girl is not accepting the proposal, then that time it was blood. They were writing with blood like a love letter, and also I was thinking like boys are dying to get a girl as a girlfriend, and I'm not. So what I like, so then I realized like I like men, mature men, like mid-age men, like 25 plus and all, and that kind of men I like. So what is wrong with me? So when I was in 12th, that time computer was introduced in college. So internet was also there, and Orkut was there that time.
Yeah, correct. I remember.
So that time I was spending time in cyber cafe and searching like hot guys and everything. So that time I understood like, okay, there is something called gay. So I thought like I'm gay, and I accepted myself. So but I was not gay. Slowly if you have being gay is sexuality. What's your sexuality? And and gender identity is different thing. So when I was not in the gender which I born with, but doctor assigned me a male. I was not born male.
Exactly.
So that was the thing. So gender dysphoria started, like insomnia, anxiety attack, panic attack, then major depression, suicidal thoughts. Everything was there, and I became alcoholic, highly alcoholic. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I was not eating anything. I was just drinking and watching movies. That's all. And I was having enough money to keep a cook, so he was taking care of everything, maid and cook. So that's how it was. But then I thought, like, I don't want to spend. I'm not born for living life like this, so what should I do? Nobody cares if today I'll die. For the people I'm thinking about, that no, their life will be affected. So if today I'll die, they will forget, they will come and they will take my body and all the stuffs, all the things, what is rituals are there, they will do, and they will cry for 2 days and they will be busy in their life.
Exactly, it's done there.
Yes. So why not disconnect with all the people? Stop drinking and visit a psychiatrist. Because by the time I learned a lot and saw a lot of transgender people coming out and speaking up in Joe's talks and TEDx everywhere. So same thing I did. I went to psychiatrist. It was very tough for me to quit alcohol. So, but I did because I wanted to.
Yes.
So that's why I did that, and then I started my HRT and I started living. So nobody was talking to me. My sister, by the time my parents passed away, and my sister were not talking to me, and they knew everything, but they were not. Nobody was talking to me, so I was also not calling them. Then slowly things changed. My nieces, they were very good, and they made their family aware about, their parents made aware about that transgender and hijras are different. Why wives don't understand. They made them understand, and that's how they accepted me, and now everyone is together.
That's
So
really
this is
nice
the
because
thing, yeah.
accepting yourself itself,
Yeah.
that's the first step. It was
First
very
step,
difficult step,
and
but
very
you had
difficult.
great dedication for it. So, like, were your family supportive since the beginning, or like that changed happened like over a period of time?
Over a period of time. Earlier, they were not, as I told that, they were not talking to me.
Correct.
And if I was calling, then they were telling like, whatever you were doing, all this preachers and everything, like all this drama happened. So I thought, like, they are not my father or mother, so I have to think too much. Yeah, definitely I am very emotional person, and I love my sisters. So that's why I was listening to them, but I thought, like, they also think only about how their life will be affected.
Exactly.
Still, they are not thinking about me. So today they repent about it, and they cry that we did very wrong to you. And these stuffs are there, but that was the time that they were not accepting me.
But you had a major, transition and a major journey in your life. So, was there someone who was like with you all the time, or someone you confided in and like you shared everything all through the journey? Was there someone, or you had to do it all alone?
I had few friends, but it was not very good, very pleasurable. My friend, one friend was there, so she was always helping me. She is also a transgender woman. So she started first, and after that I started. So she was like, I'm helping you in a big decision, so you have to support me in everything. Like if I'm buying a testosterone blocker injection, it costs around 7,000. So she will say like, buy for me also, no one.
Okay.
I'll pay you later. So after
beneficial
that,
friendship,
yes,
like getting
and,
something from you. Yeah.
And transitioning is a very costly affair. So I thought like, no, I'm not gonna spend the money like this, because I need a lot of money later on. So I was all alone after that.
Like
And by the time
yeah.
I met a person who is with whom I'm living now, so he is my fiance, and we are not married registered, but we are in live-in, and very soon I post on my social media also, and everywhere I go, I am now we are not two, we are two heads, but we are one. So I'm lucky in that also.
Really lucky. Now that you mentioned about transitioning, like we've seen on your Instagram, you're so actively present on your social media. We've seen the transformation. There was a reel you posted, changing from what you were before to the Damini that you are right now. Would you want to like tell us about that transitioning journey?
Yeah. So as I told, when I realized that if I'll die, then only 2-3 days or few days it will affect people who really love me. After that, nothing is going to change. So that's how I started my psychiatrist treatment. There are steps for transitioning. Like first, you have to go to psychiatrist and psychologist. They will give you a certificate that yes, you are a transgender person and mentally fit, and you can handle all this whatever gonna come, like all the whispers, staring, and you are strong enough, headstrong, very headstrong, that yes, you will face everything, and you won't get affected too much about it, and if needed, then you can raise your voice. So this process goes for months. Like everyone who comes, who is a transgender, spend so much discrimination and so much trauma in their life, and every day kind of depression, anxiety, and everything. So and family, no family support, and everyone is telling it's wrong, it's wrong, it's wrong. So definitely they need psychiatrist and psychologist. And the day the person becomes like yes, I am the one, and I came alone. I have to go alone, and this is one life, and it's my life, my decision. I don't want acceptance. I have accepted myself. I just want respect. If you can't respect me, then stay away from my life.
Exactly.
And that's how it started. So psychiatrist treatment happened. I got a certificate to go for hormone treatment, HRT, hormone replacement therapy, and I started with that. And after you can go for any surgery after 1 year, minimum 1 year. It depends on individual, like what is the testosterone level and what is the estrogen. Testosterone is male hormone and estrogen is female hormone. So the percentage, how it is working, how the medicines are working, if needed to testosterone blockers, if needed more medicine or less medicine. So it depends on individual. So after that you can go for surgery, like breast tissues developed. Mine developed in 1 year, and doctor was telling like, are you prepared? Because you should be prepared that you will not reverse it.
Exactly.
I told like I'm dying for it. I spent more than half of my life to do it, and I will reverse it. I don't have enough time.
Finally, when you've recognized yourself.
I don't have enough time to reverse it, so definitely I want to. Then I did my breast augmentation, and everything is so costly that you cannot do everything together because medicines are there. Then you have to go for laser hair removal. Then you have to go for hair treatment. Then skin treatment, like medicine does like very dry skin, and some people get blood patches. So those things are there. So
was it like a long-term process? It's not one sitting, it's a long-term process.
Yeah.
Do you still go through any kind of like medication?
Yes,
You
it
still
is
have-
lifelong. Yes.
Okay, it's lifelong.
Yeah.
It's a major commitment to it then. Do you have like side effects also to it?
Yes, I have side effect. Like sometime I sweat a lot, and sometime I feel itching in my skin sometime, and sometime a mood swing is there.
Okay.
Very that is very visible in me. Like in the morning when in the morning I start my morning very positively. I try to start, and it is always like it's been habit that it's very positive start. and everything is fine. And when my fiance, you can call, our partner, you can call, whatever you call, that's my life. He is my life. So he in the morning he is always upset. So he starts something, and I try not to react, and then I don't react, don't react. Then I take medicines, and everything happens. And listening. Suddenly my mood changed,
Oh.
and I'm just someone else like Durga Mata, and then not Durga Mata, Kali Mata.
Switch.
Yes, and suddenly after 15 minutes, I realized that no, I should not act like
Switch
that.
back.
Yeah. So this happens. This happens to everyone. Yeah.
So is there any part of the treatment left, or you still just have to go through the medication only?
No, after surgery, like the doctor prescribed that first you have once you start HRT, means hormone tablets, means medicines. So that time you first thing you should do, like go through oculoctomy, that is testicle removal. So your testosterone level is almost becomes like zero, not zero, but 2%, 3% like that. Yes, so that surgery is there. Then breast augmentation is there. Then facial feminization is there, which I didn't do. Not to every person. Not. I'll tell you that part later. So that is there, and I have done all these things, and only my vaginoplasty is pending, and facial feminization I have not done. But these are the additional things like facial.
These are like personal choice.
To fit in the. Definitely you are a woman, you are a trans woman you are a woman with a prefix, but you are a woman. But people want to fit in. I don't want to fit in. I want to stand up, stand out actually. So that is the thing. So I didn't do facial feminization, and I won't do whatever my looks are. I'm very happy with that.
Yes. Being confident in yourself is like
most of the people earlier I was not, but I saw so many people that they don't have money to change their face. They don't have that much strength in their body to go through so many facial feminization is like cutting your this thing like jawline. So this bones they cut. If you'll see that if this one is broad, then they cut this thing. If this one is broad, then they cut the skin from here, strip, and stretch it to up so it looks smaller. Then so many things are there. It is never ending process if you want to. I thought like no, I don't need facial feminization. Whatever I am, I'm happy with that. So, but medicines I have to take regularly, and calcium tablets, because this is having side effect of on bones also, in kidney, liver also. So every time you have to 6 months or or once in a year you have to do all the tests, like if everything is fine or not.
It takes a major toll on your body. Like you have to go through so much. So
once you start transitioning, you don't get time to means every day something is there.
Something is happening every day.
And same way, if you are going through transitioning or not, some trans women or trans men, they don't do any surgery, any HRT, anything, any hair removal, anything. They don't do anything. They look like a man, macho man. Still, if she identifies herself as a trans woman, then definitely she is a trans woman. It doesn't need any transitioning.
You don't need that physical appearance. You are who you are. Exactly.
Yes. Gender identity, your gender identity is something different. Doesn't matter how you look.
Okay.
So that's the thing.
Yes.
Yeah. That is one of the very controversial thing people don't understand. If a man is telling like I'm trans woman, so most of the people don't accept it. They laugh at them, and these things happens. But there is a big she is non-binary,
Mm.
but she has done a lot of work. She's in New York, I guess.
Oh.
Alok Vad, yeah, Alok
Okay.
Vad Menon. So he's very hairy, and
Okay.
he gets a lot of trolling on
Social media
media.
platforms.
Yes, but he is a writer. He wrote so many books and everything, and he is totally hairy, and he is hairy because he is having some. In some interview, I saw that he has some problem like. Since childhood, he started that razor stuff. So his
Okay.
skin became very sensitive that he cannot remove his
No,
hair.
you can't get the hair
Yeah.
treatment.
So that way he wears like dresses, short dress and everything. So people were mocking, but he's so confident that the whole world knows him.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's how it's supposed to be, like, being confident in yourself
Yeah.
and who you truly are.
Yeah.
So, like we talked about your journey from, who you were to the family that you are right now. How was that feeling for you, like when you started the transitioning, that entire change in yourself? Like, were you at peace with your decision? Was there any excitement? Like, how was that feeling for you?
Um, that was very, very like a long time waiting thing. So when I was with psychiatrists, so every time I was going and asking like when you are going to give me a certificate to go
Correct.
through hormone replacement therapy. So I remember the date like she gave me on 26th January 2020, 2020, and next day I went to endocrinologist. He did all the testosterone level and everything, and from 29 January 2020 I started my transitioning. So it was like every day I was checking my body like if something changed or not.
What is
But
happening?
yeah, and I was so anxious that nothing is changing. So every trans woman or men who are going through this, they have to be very patient that it doesn't come in a day. It's a hormone replacement therapy in a body, and that takes time. So I was excited, and everyone is feels like the same, like when I'll get the results, when I'll get the results.
Eagerly
But
waiting.
it comes by the time, and again it depends on individual, like how the body chemicals and everything is there. So that was great. Like once I was not getting any results, so once the testosterone blockers started, so it gave me result instantly, and I was very happy. And then I threw all my old clothes, sorry, old clothes, and I didn't pack it, and I don't want to remember that part of my life. For a few days I kept it that might be I will
I
like to
need-
remember and see that this was also the part of my life. But every time I was seeing those stuffs packed in something, so I was feeling like there is something which is stopping me to do a little more
To move
and
ahead.
yeah, move ahead and be very very much comfortable in my own skin now. It is hitting the happiness of me, mine, like it is spoiling my happiness. Like I was not 100% happy whenever I'm seeing it. So what I did, like I searched for donation thing because most of the clothes were new. So donation thing, but I was not getting easily to donate it also. So one day what I did, like all the stuffs I packed in carry bags, and I kept it in the garbage from where the garbage is being collected. So they came and they knocked the door like, is it your clothes came from washing or something?
Yeah, you left it here.
Yes. So I told like, no, I was waiting for you. Whatever you fits you, whatever you like, you guys can
You can do it.
yeah, distribute among yourself. So that was the last thing, and yeah, so that was the last thing. And still I'm struggling with my dead name. It's called dead name. So still struggling, but I don't take it very seriously because for me itself, it was a little difficult to change my name, and if someone else was calling my dead name, then I was looking back, and
Yeah,
then
you're
I was
responding to
remembering,
it.
yeah, then I was remembering that no, I'm not
This
that
is not me
person.
now.
Yeah. So even for me, it took some time. So for others, definitely
It would.
with whom I spent like 39 years,
Exactly.
especially my sisters and school
Friends.
people and office colleagues. I spent almost 13 years in this company. So definitely it will take little time for them. But my company employees and colleagues are doing very well because we have very tight policies about it.
Okay.
So that's why they don't even mistake to call me by my dead name. And my sister sometimes they did, and they just they just corrected. And
Yeah.
especially my brother-in-law is always like my dead name and my pronounces करती है
Exactly.
dead name
Yeah.
करती है
Oh
dead
my
name
God.
क्या कर रही हो like that. So
Sometimes it's really important to like let go of the past, so that you can move
Yeah.
ahead with your future. You have better
Yeah.
things to come in life.
But I should also understand, means most of the trans women who are very privileged, empowered, and if somebody calls them by their dead name, they don't understand the mentality and they scold them, or they
Exactly.
feel very offensive that why did you call me by this name. So you have to be very patient. This is not a small decision to change your whole identity and be in your real skin. So definitely people didn't know this Damini was not there.
Exactly.
Damini was not born. So I made Damini. Means it was my decision that no, I'm not this. I am Damini, and Damini means discovered, and it was my choice.
Name. It's a beautiful name.
Thank you. So that's how it is. So even the person who go through the transitioning, they take time to adjust with new world, new everything. So definitely others should we should definitely
it would take
give
a lot
time.
of
Yeah.
understanding and patience to actually
Yes.
get to that stage.
Yeah.
Now that you mentioned having all of those things, how did that entire transitioning period have an effect on your lifestyle? Like things changed. Now you had to refer to yourself as a she. So
Yeah.
how that difference came into your life?
It was very great, very great feeling, very happy. I was very happy, and I was feeling like I'm in the seventh cloud, and everything was very nice. But yeah, definitely so many struggles are there. Like because I did a lot of shopping, like that was not so good. Like so understanding that what I have to wear in daily life,
Exactly.
it should not the clothes what clothes I have to wear, that also I start from like as the kids start from
Exactly. To start from scratch to know
Yes.
everything.
So I got a bunch of clothes like these are not for me, and I bought it only because they were looking good, but it's not for me, and it's not useful anywhere to wear.
Exactly.
So those things were there, but still uh, the artistic thing in me, creative thing in me, I changed. I sew also.
Oh.
So I changed, I customized few things, and yeah, now I'm good to go that what exactly I have to wear in which place. So
Exactly. That was like a major lifestyle change that you had to
Yeah.
like go through and understand, what.
yeah, but everything is very pleasurable, and it's like a happy feeling that I'm doing it. So excitement is there.
Like a
Earlier,
little kid who's like excited to do all the new
excitement
stuff.
is there. Like okay, I'll change it like this so it will look good. It was not like earlier that okay, this shirt is little big, so I have to give it to for alteration, and it was a duty that I have to do.
Exactly.
It's not the same
Exactly.
in the once I am a woman.
Correct.
So
So,
that's the
like during your transitioning period, when you at a point when you were finally like in that stage, did you face any change in people's reaction when they, when you were something else? Now you're something else. So, did they like address you in different way, or like was there any discrimination or bullying that you
lot,
faced?
lot of, and some people too don't understand anything. Um, there are hundreds of examples. So I am telling about today, 2 days before today. So one guy called with whom I was sharing hostel in Bangalore when I was searching job. Suddenly he called and I thought like he might be got a job in Pune, might need some help or something. We were not very close. And he told like I saw your profile in LinkedIn and that's why I'm calling you. And very different kind of mentality. So you lived both of the life, na? Men also and women also. Have you ever slept with a woman when you were man? And which one you felt good? I told I am a woman, so I never means I told like I'm a straight woman. So definitely I'm not lesbian. So I never touched a woman. I was never attracted towards a woman. It was not necessary to say here, but yeah, definitely.
Definitely, those derogatory terms they
Yeah.
come along with people's judgment.
Mhm.
A lot of the times when you're not.
He's not understanding that I'm a
Exactly.
woman. I never enjoyed my man wala part.
Exactly.
So he was like, wow, you lived two life, and he was telling me a story like one king was there, and he was exploiting girls. So one day, one god came and cursed him that you will become a woman. Then he was Raja, so he was having a lot of sex with guys. And one day the period was gone, and God came back and told like now it's time to change to man. Then he told like I don't want to become man. These kind of stuff, stupid things.
Absolutely
And
derogatory, like just to defame or like.
they are not able to understand that if they are uh, giving me a positivity or negativity.
Exactly.
So again, I have to compromise here.
Absolutely, because most of the people they don't understand what is happening. They're so unaware about it, and intentionally, unintentionally also they hurt your sentiments. Like if they say something like that. Usually, we've heard so many stories like we see on social media and everything. That people are like abused also in really like physically, emotionally, mentally. They're already like so much. There is so much that they go through it. Did you have like a major something incident in your life? Like did you face something like that?
Few, not very major one. But yes, when I was, I hit the puberty time, means just I hit it, and I might be in standard 8, and one of my relative was there. I didn't know anything about sex, so so one of my relative was there, and same day my dad has to travel to some other city, so. I slept with, so somehow we had to adjust. So I slept with uh, that relative, and in the night he was playing with my private part, and I was not able to understand, and I was so innocent. I thought like might be my father left today because of a reason, and this is my body is changing. I'm feeling new things in my body, and definitely it's part of something of this. So that's why this that uncle is doing like this, but it was different thing. It was very like I hated myself, and same thing with my two of my cousins. They also tried, but they also did the same thing, same kind of stuff. And one was for a very long time, but he was not staying together with us. So whenever he was coming, so I was very scared. So this happened, and after that, whenever and after that, it became a nightmare for me if somebody will touch me. Even my friends, I was not letting them to hold hand on my shoulder or something like that. I was totally like, still I don't like if somebody who's not very close to me, if touches, then I don't like
That leaves like a
touching.
mental trauma
Yes.
in your mind. Yeah.
It has become a habit for me that I don't like touching.
That really affects your mind and the
Yeah.
mindset changes around it,
Yeah.
That's exactly why we need like more people like you, coming out, talking about these things and
Yeah,
making people
definitely.
aware, because half of
Huh.
them don't know, half of them don't even care. So it's like we need people like you and actors like you working for these causes, so that trans community, they have a space to work. How
Yeah,
can
definitely. And if you'll see, then most of the people don't speak. I don't know why. What is the reason? Some of reason are monetary. Like some people want like, if you pay me, then I'll come. They are like big people. So like let them be. But some people are not comfortable to come and speak. They are just good with their life. They just don't want to speak up, and I don't know what exactly is the reason. Are they scared or anything? I'm not scared because I have seen death from very close. I have tried to suicide, and I have seen that it's very tough to die. So, yeah, definitely, you are correct.
So like how
We have to
did
speak.
you have like an inspiration behind why did you decide that you'll become the face of the community, you'll stand up for them? Was there like a major inspiration
No,
behind it?
no. It's only my nature that whatever I do, whatever I have felt, and if it is not good, it's not a good experience, then definitely I want not, anyone, even my enemy, if somebody is very jealous to me or I'm not comfortable with someone, so I don't want anyone to be in the trouble I have faced. So definitely I have to speak about it. So at least they can be saved. They
That's
cannot
actually a
go
really
on.
nice thought,
Yeah.
because nobody really cares in
Yeah.
such times. But how long have you been working for this community?
Um, I was not working very actively, but in pandemic, and as I started my transitioning, because before transitioning, I didn't have any confidence on me. I was very silent. I was very introvert, and I was avoiding to go in any function or anything till it is not mandatory. Like some of the functions in my office is like in 3 months they give some money to go for lunch, movie or something in group. So I was avoiding to go. Let the money go. It's my money. I'm not taking in my hand, and I'm not using it to go somewhere. But at least I'm in peace that I won't be around with the people. So that's how it was. But now it is like just opposite. I want to be everywhere, and want to be everywhere, and I want to speak. I want to be visible to the people, not Damini wants to be visible. Damini wants to visible because everyone doesn't know my name, but they should see a trans woman is very normally moving in the society.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's why I do.
Did you see, like, we have not really heard much about the trans community as such. So,
Yeah.
especially in the pandemic, I think this sort of awareness has sort of grown. Did you
Yes.
see that transition happen? Like, before we were not aware about the community, and people weren't really talking about it. But
Yeah.
now, definitely, like a lot of people, like you and
Yes.
many others, have come and talk about the industry. So, what are you looking for future? In comparison to like this industry as compared to what it was before?
Before I was not actually telling you, I was not using Instagram, and I started in pandemic itself.
Okay.
And first thing came all the dancing and all like talents, everything I saw.
Yeah.
And then I thought, then I saw so many mental, like psychiatric, anxiety thing, the anxious girl, and so many things are means anxious girl is an Instagram handle. So these kind of stuffs I saw, and then I thought like, can't I help anyone,
Exactly.
even a single person? So I was not confident enough, and I was having a lot of stammering and lots of shivering and everything. I didn't know how to present properly, but I started and slowly improved, and I got good response. And yes, definitely, whatever you are telling. After that, people, uh, because of pandemic, people saw so many trans women. What exactly they are doing? They are good in dance. They are some are
Exactly.
very good in crafts. Some are like I'm in software, but I do like awareness and inclusion
Exactly.
thing properly. Some are doctors. Some are uh, lawyer, and one person is mayor, one is principal in college, women's college. So slowly people, because there was enough time for people to go watch it. Otherwise they were most of the time was going in traveling and getting ready for office. So yeah, definitely pandemic helped, and the response is still means at least it was zero earlier.
Yeah,
The awareness and inclusion, at least it increased to some level.
some limit, absolutely. And of course, considering social media presence right now, you're very active on social media and you're very like, I've seen your meeting about it and then
Yeah.
use social. So we are aware of all of that. Do you think social media has also really helped you in your path to create awareness about the community? Like a lot of credit goes there also.
Yeah, definitely.
That's-
That is the first thing I started. I never call myself activist or anything. That time I was just interviewing people and knowing uh, their experience, sharing their experience with everyone, whoever is watching. So, Reena Rai, he is the founder of Miss Trans Queen India. So I invited her, and very big names like this Onir and Jaya Bhattacharya. They are not, Onir is gay, and Jaya Bhattacharya is just an actress in television and straight. So these people came up and they talked about transgenders, what are their views, what they want, and they said like most of the time one question always comes like why transgender people doesn't get acting in for a transgender role, like in Chandigarh, Karyasi ki.
Absolutely.
So
It became a major issue back
yes,
then.
yeah. But so when Jaya Bhattacharya kind of actress and actors came, so they told like none of the producers want to take a high risk spending so much money, and nobody knows the name of the
Transgender people.
heroine you can call. So that's why they do like big roles. They give it to known names. But slowly it is changing, and after uh, people are raising voice who are acting and other stuffs like Navya Singh and all. They are doing very good in acting and they are getting a lot of projects. So Navya Singh, Rachel Anthony, and I'm not Isabel,
Correct.
and these people are getting so many projects in MTV. They are being featured and all. So definitely now it is time to change, and definitely we will see some more trans women in films.
Now that recognition
As-
has to come,
yes.
because it had a lot of conversation around it, so it's high time we
Yeah.
take that step eventually.
I have seen better means beautiful trans women, Indian trans women than Vani Kapoor.
Because representation
Yeah.
matters. What you're showing, because a lot of people they believe what they see in Bollywood movies, and it's
Yeah.
not the reality. So that
Actually.
has to change. That's the
Yeah.
major thing. Also on your social media, you've put very little about your personal life. This was a major question in my mind. Do you, as it is, especially in this generation, it's either way is very difficult to find. Like have a dating life or find the love of your life. But
Yeah.
how has that been for you?
Um, I put it sometime because uh, my uh, my partner doesn't like much to be on social
Glamorized on social
Yeah,
media.
he works a lot for LGBTQ, but he doesn't like to be in limelight. But he never stops me. So I have to understand that's how a relationship works. So I understand, and whenever I feel like no, now I have to post it. So definitely I do. I don't hide it, but I don't talk much about it. Today you are talking about it, so I'm telling that good thing happens when you have no expectations. And same way we met, and after
How
that.
did you guys meet?
We met on Instagram itself, and he's a counselor for LGBTQ and entrepreneur. He is having a mango and mango products business, and other businesses are also their factories and other stuff. So we met on Instagram. That time I was feeling um, little depressed, so we met, and only one call, and he told, okay, let's meet sometime. Only one call, and that is also for my problem. Like I feel like this. I was depressed, and I just said, and he told like let's meet and discuss more. I told uh, come, I'll cook. So he got very impressed. He is a foodie, and once he came home, then we didn't have a second thought that we will not live together. So we started.
As in like a one-time good connection.
Yes.
It's especially very rare. It's actually very
Yes.
rare.
It's very rare, and I was thinking like I didn't know much about him. He didn't know much about me. At least nature, daily nature, we don't know. But unfortunately, it worked. And now
Very
it's
good
been
time,
the
very
fortune.
Definitely, very lucky. Like you said, like in your life, you play a lot of roles. You're a daughter, you're a sister, you're a corporate woman, you work in the corporate sector. What does your daily life look like? A day in your life, what would that look like?
Yeah. Sometimes I sit alone. I like to spend a small time every day with myself. So that time I feel like everyone. I get praised by so many people, and people really like me, and even definitely they like me. I can sense it. So, but what exactly I am? I am just a messy woman. Like I wake up very late in the morning, then fasting without brushing. I need a bed tea. Then I start my work. There is no time, and whenever I feel like cooking, I go to kitchen and cook. And whenever I don't feel like cooking, then I don't even give the menu to my cook. So this is like it's like I everyone is having a kid in themselves, and I don't want to hide that kid.
Definitely.
I want a life of very small kid.
Yeah, full. You live life
Yes.
fullest. You enjoy every moment.
Yes.
Definitely.
And a good thing is that like when you have a husband or a boyfriend or anyone in your life, then sometimes you have to feel that I am a good person. Means I am the best person for you. But with me, it is not.
Exactly.
I want a person to accept me the way I am. And every day, like I like weird dancing, making face and everything. So I live like that, and he likes it. That is the best part.
Your originality is what that sparks the energy.
Yeah, everyone is having a kid in their life, in their inner side,
Yeah.
and definitely I live that kid also.
That's great. And lastly, I would ask you, what would you advise, your fellow community members who are, struggling with their identity and they want to like come out or like do something about it? What would you advise them?
I advise. I'm no one to advise, but I will say like do whatever you want to do, but at least spend some time uh, for the people like you, and make them comfortable. Like if they will, listening is very different thing, but visual things are very different. So if you'll come up, if you'll show your face and speak about it, these topics, then people will get benefits.
People
So
will hear.
definitely, everyone has to speak wherever they get chance. They should not think about if I'll get paid, then only I'll do. No, no one is so big for this kind of subject that they should ask for being paid, or they should hide it. No, I don't want to come in front. No, this is very critical thing. Until you won't come, you won't be come in front. You won't get the proper position in society. So definitely come up and stand out.
It's not an individual problem, it's a communication.
Yes.
We need to like face it together.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. We had a great time talking to you. Really glad to have you here. Thank you so much.
Thank you
ma'am.
so much.